Spend it, save, invest.
Hi, my name is James Kitavi, MD Kiseki. Karibu Kiseki. Plastic was well taken care of, but glass waste, nobody was thinking about it. So we decided as Kiseki to measure our recycling business on glass waste. And glass itself can be recycled infinitely without losing quality.
Engineer James Mwendwa had been working in waste management for 15 years until 6 years ago when he developed an interest in recycling. In 2023, his interest grew, leading him to establish Kiseki Limited. Kiseki, meaning miracle, in Chinese and Japanese, took about 2 months to register.
So we are giving life to waste. This was been collected in a dump site somewhere. It had been forgotten about. It is waste. But we will convert it from trash to treasure, being a miracle.
After consuming their beverages, most people discard the glass bottles. However, Kiseki, which has 2 collection centers in Kariobangi and 7 outside Nairobi County, collects them and takes them to the warehouse where they will be recycled and given new life. Kiseki processes between 60,000 and 70,000 bottles daily. At the warehouse, the bottles undergo quality checks. They are examined for size and brand name and finally inspected to see whether they contain any substances other than the intended beverage. The warehouse has 2 main lines, a glass cleaning line and a glass conversion line.
Our washing line is manual by design because we want to create as many jobs, as many green jobs as possible.
After cleaning the 250 ml glass bottles, the company sells them to beverage manufacturers. Mainstream and premium bottles, that is 750 ml and above, are repurposed into glassware, vases, chandeliers, or shot glasses for sale. Finally, in the case of broken bottles, Kiseki crushes them and sends them to its partners who are glass manufacturers for recycling into new glass products.
We package them in either crates, that is if it is the glass bottles, or boxes, if it's the upcycled consumer glass product. And then they are ready now for release to the market, to our consumers and our customers.
Initially, James was the only employee. However, the business expanded rapidly and now employs around 150 staff members who collect, sort, or wash bottles. Some of them work on recycling or upcycling the bottles into new products.
About a month into it, we moved to a container house around that river in one of the areas where waste is dumped. We were there for about 1 month. Then we outgrew the place and moved here around April of 2024.
Like most startups, Kiseki Limited faced several challenges as it was getting off the ground.
When you are in this space of waste management and sustainability, banks are not an option. So we had to rely on my own investment, setting up the company, getting the initial employees and machinery. So that came from my pocket.
Finding experienced glass cutters proved challenging, as did acquiring suitable glass cutting machinery.
So we have had people who buy bottles, very premium prices, for counterfeiting. So we face that challenge where we're not getting as many bottles as we should get. When you work in waste, you're seen as waste. So people don't give you value. Even getting people who are interested in coming on board to work with us was a challenge.
Despite these challenges, James reveals that the success of the business depends on its people. The company's focus is on people, planet, and profits.
Profit is last, again by design, because it's the life-changing moments that we have granted to people, former dump site workers. Now who have a career. I've heard people who have gone back to university, yet just about a year ago, life was intolerable.
My, as Kiseki, biggest achievement is seeing a lady called Mweni, who I met in Dandora dump site. Today she's in Kiseki as a supervisor. Her kids are in school. She has a good roof over her head, and they even enjoy going on holiday. That is my biggest success. And we have 150 of these. So you can imagine the story.
Initially focusing on recycling glass, Kiseki's future appears promising with plans to create more financial opportunities for communities from recyclables.
We intend to manufacture glass bottles, either for the beverage industry, for the pharmaceutical industry, or just for water. We want to be entrenched in our communities. We want people to participate actively in sorting waste at source. Every Kenyan generates about half a kilo of waste every single day. If we did our part in sorting this waste, then it will not be a menace. It will become a financial, opportunity for even the people in the villages, because plastics can be sold, glass now can be sold, paper can be sold, food waste can be sold and converted to fertilizer. So Kiseki is looking to be at the center stage in transforming our whole ecosystem and how we view and value waste.
Earn it, spend it, save